What's good, fam? It's ImDeeTiller back with another video. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that sub button. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow button. But today, we have when cops faced extremely dangerous criminals. I added in extremely, but we do have when cops faced dangerous criminals by Mr. Justice. So shout out to Mr. Justice. Let's get straight into this video.
Stand there. Of course, he's got a gun. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Quit. Stand there. Of course, he's got a gun. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Quit. Esteban, quit. Quit.
These are the moments when cops faced.
Bro, this how we starting off. This how we starting off. Oh, let me get locked in. Let me lock in.
Criminals, starting with a suspect determined to take an officer's life. On July 6th, 2023, Officer Matt Davis responded to a disturbance call at America's Car Mart, a used car dealership in the city. But what started as a routine call quickly turned into a violent confrontation when an armed suspect opened fire on Officer Davis, leaving him badly injured and slowly losing his life. As Officer Davis arrived at the dealership, a staff member pointed him toward the suspect, but little did he know that simple interaction was about to turn into a complete nightmare.
Was he across the street over at McDonald's? I seen him earlier.
Probably.
Bro, you gotta know, once you up that police officer or somebody, a politician, anything like that, you bound to be unalived. We'll just say that. That's bound to happen to you. Not saying that it will, but 9 times out of 10, most cases that I've seen, once you do that to one of them, it's pretty much OV for you. So just think about that before you think about doing that to, anybody for that matter. If you do that to anybody these days, you bound to be cooked. So
Straight down the hall. Very last officer. Hi there.
Hey, what's up? Y'all okay? Yeah.
Hey everyone, big heads up, Paleo Valley's running a sale on all their meat sticks right now. You can get 30 sticks for $36.
Hey, look, you come over here, call one. Come get me. Cause I'm about to go out on this police.
Hey, how you doing?
Shit.
What's going on, man?
Why you talking to me?
Well, they called about you. What's going on?
You have no authority, buddy.
Yeah, we do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, we
No, you
do.
don't. You're not even registered Secretary of State. You're color, supposed color law, but you're not.
Okay.
But you're not, guy.
So what's your stance on this?
Okay, dude.
Y'all know him at all?
Nah, yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
As Officer Davis spoke with the man, later identified as 41-year-old Esteban Lowry, he started acting agitated, and it was clear things were heading in a
bro, you could tell as soon as the officer pulled up, that dude was already crashing out. You already see how this is gonna go. Obviously, they're supposed to be, best case scenario is just get de-escalated. We never see this video, but obviously we watching this, so, and as we heard a while ago, it was the absolute worst case scenario that could happen in this situation. And dude was already on time, and as soon as the officer pulled up, he wanted all the smoke, so.
direction. With Officer Davis that day was U.S. Army Specialist Ioannis Kuko, who was doing a civilian ride-along, a program that lets civilians or military members ride along with officers during their shift. After refusing several times to cooperate, Lowry tried to walk away when Officer Davis called for backup, and that's what triggered his aggressive side.
I ain't going nowhere, I promise you that.
Okay.
Yeah. You put
man.
handcuffs on me, I promise you.
Okay.
I'll make you stand down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So okay, nothing.
All right, man.
You have no authority, buddy. So what do you want to do?
Just hang out, man.
No, I
You're
ain't
good.
hang out nowhere because
Yeah,
I can
you
go
do.
where I want.
Okay, you just hang out here for
No,
us.
because you're not gonna
all
hold me.
good.
You're not gonna contain me like that. You're not gonna hold me in here.
right.
So can you please move out of the
No,
way?
sir, I will not.
You need to.
No, I don't.
So Jess, we get opportunity. Don't take my life.
Hey, you hold on.
Don't
You
touch me.
hold
Don't
on.
touch me.
Hey, you hold on.
Hey,
sit down. Hey, sit down. Hey, sit down.
Stand there.
Hey, of course, he's got a gun.
Stand there. You are officer. Stand there.
Yeah.
Stand there.
Yeah, Esteban, quit. Esteban, quit. Quit.
Stand there. You're officer.
Yeah, Esteban. Hey, take cover.
Without any warning, Lowry opened fire, firing 16 rounds in just over 6 seconds and leaving Officer Davis seriously hurt. He was struck multiple times in the initial burst. Officer Davis tried to use his taser to stop Lowry, but before he could react, things took a terrible turn. Even though he was badly injured, Davis managed to crawl into another room, but he was quickly losing strength. Thankfully, backup officers showed up soon after, but Lowry was still inside the dealership, armed and in a very dangerous state of mind.
Where you at?
I'm right here. I'm right here. Help me. Help me. Come on. I can't stand the mother. Come on.
Hey,
I'm here. I'm helping you.
you stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Come on. Hey, get in the room. Get in the room. He's here. He's here.
It got too fast. At this point, they might put him down.
I did you.
Get back here. Crawl to it. Crawl to it. Crawl to it.
He's dead. He's dead. Hey, get back.
Like I said, I didn't even know if he was down. I didn't know if he was down yet, but I knew at that point it was no. They 9 times out of 10, like I said, they probably gonna put you down.
He's dead, man. I killed him.
Move it.
No, I didn't shoot a fucking shit with him. He's in the room. He's in the room now. He's on the ground.
I got the window.
All right, I got you. Let me see your hand.
Don't let that hand come up. Don't let the hand come up. Got one on the other side of the desk. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Hands up. Keep your hands up.
Is anybody else in here? Anybody else in here?
No, just me.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sir. Sir.
Lowry was found unresponsive as officers approached him. During the shooting, Specialist Kuko, who was unarmed, immediately took cover. Once the gunfire stopped, he stepped in and took quick action, using a control hold to restrain Lowry. During the struggle, Lowry lost consciousness and was later pronounced dead. Officer Matt Davis was rushed to the hospital for emergency care, and thankfully, he survived. After reviewing the case, a grand jury decided not to file any charges against Specialist Kuko. Next, you'll see how a dangerous
I mean, of course, they wasn't gonna press charges. For one, first and foremost, the dude up on everybody. It was basically on everybody, because once you pull out something like that, you consider it a threat to the public, even if you own private property. You know, in a situation like this, let me just say that. But I don't know what he thought was gonna happen, but once he pulled that out, it's self-defense in a lot of states. In some states, I might be wrong, but in some states, they probably would have held that guy, even though he was defending himself and the officers. They probably would have held him anyway. That's just how it goes in some states. Now, whether he was charged or not, I don't know. Or whether he would have been charged or not, I don't know in those states. But they would have probably held him. He probably would have got bond or whatever, but he probably would have, and the case probably would have got dismissed. But stand your ground applies to a lot of states, but I don't know. In this situation, they let him go, so, and he was defending himself, so I don't know. Let me know your
overpowered a
thoughts.
cop and pushed him to the brink of death.
Hey, we gotta go down.
That's Jesus, bitch. That's Jesus.
I'm strong. I'm a Jesus Lord. I'm a Jesus Lord.
On the morning of April 4th, 2025, a standard traffic response near the Ohio-Pennsylvania state line was about to turn into a deadly encounter when a dangerous criminal was ready to take a trooper's life. The incident began when the trooper responded to a report of a single vehicle crash, but little did the officer know the driver wasn't a normal person. He was a dangerous criminal with 10 felony convictions and was ready to do whatever he could to get out.
10 felonies, I don't know what for, but hopping out saying I'm a Jesus lover while attacking somebody who you don't even know It's absolutely crazy. So, let's just see where this goes.
Situation.
Disregard, that was a truck driver. I think it's a black male with a pink shirt. Come on, buddy.
Step away.
Come on,
Big step away. Big step away. You a devil.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
In the name of Jesus,
What's
watch
going
out.
on? Hey,
In the name of Jesus, watch
buddy,
out. Watch out,
you hurt.
You gonna get hurt. In the name of Jesus, stop.
Hey,
Lord, bow
get
down.
hurt.
Jesus, Lord, bow down. Don't touch me,
Turn
or
around.
you
Put
gonna
your hands
die.
behind
Next
your
time you touch me, you gonna die. Next time you touch me, you
Turn
gonna
around.
die.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Keep being lazy about cleaning your apartment. No, seriously. Home Aglow will clean it for just $9.
5, Team Queen.
The driver, later identified as Deshaun Leith, tried to keep the trooper from getting to the crash site and even started a physical altercation to stop him. But the good thing is, the trooper stayed calm throughout the encounter. Roughly 20 seconds into the exchange, the driver...
Yeah, because it could have got bad as soon as he said, "Next time you touch me, I'm going to unallow you. It's over with for you." You know, you heard what he said. He said, "Next time you touch me," but the police stayed calm the whole time.
He ran away from the scene, but that was just the setup before his violent move. And as soon as the trooper turned toward his car, Leith started to carry out his dangerous plan.
Never turn your back on people, man. I didn't think I would have to say that in this situation. Dude ran off, but still don't turn your back. You don't turn your back on anyone for any reason in a situation like this.
Another unit. He's on foot. Going down to Burn. Hey, you gotta go down.
That's Jesus, bitch. That's Jesus, bitch.
That's Jesus. That's not Jesus at all. It's blasphemy.
Yes, yes. Oh, get down on the ground.
The situation quickly turned into a violent physical struggle. Leith and the trooper began exchanging punches in a fight for control. At one point during the confrontation, Leith forced the trooper to the ground, briefly overpowering him and knocking the officer's body-worn camera loose. But Leith didn't stop there. He was about to take things even further. Bystanders at the scene saw the assault and tried to help the trooper. Leith then fled the scene in the police cruiser and started driving recklessly. And what happens next is truly shocking.
So he fought the police, stole his car, and don't tell me about the crashing. This is beyond crash, y'all. This is... He need to be in the mental institution ASAP if he ain't already out of here.
And then you start the car, go.
The theft of the patrol car triggered a multi-agency pursuit. Law enforcement from both Ohio and Pennsylvania worked together to stop Leith, but he was in no mood to cooperate. The chase went on for several miles until the officers behind him pulled off a perfect pit maneuver, and it worked like a charm.
Calm it down, because Jesus is the best. Calm it down. So Lucas, we was sitting down, right? And we was chilling at the Peace Center in the day room, and I told him about it, right? And I told him about us looking forward. It ain't no next place mentality. It ain't no next place. It ain't no next place. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke anything that is not of you in the name of Jesus. I bind it up right now. I calm the spirit out because I know Jesus is the best. I know it's a calm spirit in here. I know it's a protecting spirit in here. I know the devil is not nobody. I know the devil is just somebody that's somebody bigger. I know it's a concept. There's not a monster. There's only a concept. And the devil, God is seeing you down right now. He's seeing you down right now, baby. And I'm praying in the name of Jesus. There's nothing that can stop me. I swear to God in the name of Jesus.
Leith lost control of the stolen cruiser, which flipped over on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. When troopers approached the overturned vehicle, they attempted to detain Leith. An altercation broke out between him and the troopers. Eyewitnesses and video footage showed that Leith resisted arrest, leading to a physical struggle. During the confrontation, one trooper fired his gun.
Imagine it's constantly saying, in the name of Jesus, praying and praying and praying, and not one prayer is heard. Reason being, because his name is literally being blasphemed in this situation. Like, you doing you doing everything that he preached against in this situation, and you trying to pray. It just don't work like that. Faith without works is dead, and a lot of people don't understand that. So, you know, and this dude obviously he's not there. He's not there. Look what he did. He fought a police. He fought. First of all, let's put police to the side. This was a stranger coming up to see what's going on. He instantly won't smoke with him. Stranger walks back to his car. He runs up, try to attack him. For what reason, we don't know. And then, now all the while, he's saying, in the name of Jesus, with all of this. This is not what Christ stood for, you know. It's not what Christ stood for at all. About this Jesus he's speaking of, that's not what Christ stood for.
Fatally shooting Leith. He was later pronounced dead at the scene. Meanwhile, the trooper got help from...
that's what you really thought was going to happen. I told you 9 times out of 10, they're going to get put down, especially when you do stuff like this.
Bystanders and additional officers who gave him aid. Leith's criminal history later caught public attention. Prison records showed he had previously pleaded guilty to 9 home invasion charges from 2 cases going back to 2012. After serving over a decade in prison, he was released in 2023. In a surprising twist, he had recently become the executive director of a nonprofit focused on mentoring at-risk youth and reducing teen violence, a role that stood in sharp contrast to his past. Next, you'll see how a suspect's sudden attack nearly cost an officer his life.
Oh, the irony in everything that this guy stood for. But look, this was part 1 to this video. You know I gotta keep y'all locked in. So if you want to check out part 2, make sure you hit that sub button. We're gonna watch this all together. If you think this was crazy, I bet you it's about to get crazier in this video. So make sure you hit that sub button and let's watch this together.